I think we should start. The CBN left rates unchanged. For me, I wasn't expecting anything more, anything less. I knew they were going to hold on to rates at least to monitor activities. But take it away. What do you see? Moving on.
The bulls are still rocking the markets. In fact, the market sectors now, the prices are what you may say hitting the rooftops. Today, index is closing 0.58%, and on the back of great performances by Dangote Sugar and Cadbury. They are the big companies that are really showing the way to the positive trend. With then other mid-weighted securities, they have followed. You see, for nearly 3 weeks now, we've been on this bullish run.
Yeah.
And the implication is that the condition is throwing a lot of profits on investment. So those who want to, sell parts of their holdings to make cash, they make. In a way, this is the time and this is the condition that makes millionaires, out of the market. And so we always talk about taking positions and studying and following the market the way it is. If you can interpret the price trend and you were playing with very good companies, then this is the time. And so, depending on the volume that you hold, you can even sell half or a quarter of what you want and then go to the bank, take your money, and solve current problems. So the market is really helping investors, fund managers, as we see. But, having said this, since the bullish run has, stayed for all this long while, we do not expect that it will last for, a reasonable period to come. And so you play it and understand that very soon there will be market rebalancing where we begin to see the prices tumbling down. So for now, it is those who have already taken positions that are making a kill out of market conditions.
A good one I heard from the central bank governor during his speech. He said 8 banks have completed
very well
the recapitalization, met recapitalization requirements. That's a good one.
Very, very good. You see, the banks have been showing, their report card very well. They show report card in a very nice way. The only thing that we are asking the banks to do, support the real sectors very, very well, and maybe lower some of the charges that you charge the customers. Otherwise, we would think that the banks are playing their role on the average. So except funding the real sector by lowering interest rates in a way that small businesses can, borrow from the banks and still be doing their businesses. For instance, right now, they cannot be able to sustain the type of charges that we see in the industry.
For me, that stability means a lot to me. When the banking sector is stable in any really economy, it sends the right message even to international, to investors.
Majority of them have huge funds in their vaults. And with what the central bank is mandating them to do, to even go further, to recapitalize. To a tune of 500 billion for the big banks. Tolu, we are going to see a situation where even the banks may have money more than what they want to play with. In other words, they will even be begging you to, come and be taking
loans.
The
way it should be.
The thing is, let these loans be lower and then reasonable the way they charge you.
And we should also have people to obliging, trying to, good credit ratings is also something that's very important, because when you take loans too, some see it as freebies, in some they don't want to pay. So that, really, this is not government. These are private sector guys who are also into business to make money. So I think they should also make money.
Tolu,
Go ahead.
I find out that the banks, when I started watching our banks, was the way they played their role in bringing and funding the early activities of Dangote refinery. Almost all the big banks move in as a consortium to, put in some money and then say, let this indigenous entrepreneur,
just like the National Theatre too.
Yes. So that's exactly how we want them to do. But after that, they should go down to, hinterland, meet villagers who have plantations and be able to help them to cultivate and then stay with them for maybe 3-4 years or 5 and see them grow to a certain level, then they're back out. You understand? Or you go to a rice farm, you know, help them to, you know, come up with mini dams.
Practical
then,
stuff.
Yes, then grow the farm 4 or 5 years. When they begin to make profits, then you can back out. That's the way we will be able to grow all these small businesses, and then we talk about job creation, we'll be able to achieve that. Because if you sit down and depend so much on the big companies, they are really interested in big profits and not actually growing the economy the way it's supposed to be. Only the big businesses that are by the corners, on the streets, you know, corners, they'll be able to do all of this.
I must thank you for your analysis, as always. If you don't get up there, my colleague, market editor, breaking it down, as always, market figures. Well, that's our show today.